All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect. All right, big up to all of you guys. And if you want to become a member, you have the join button down below or beside whatever device you're using. You can do that if you wish. But anyways, it's another day. So we'll have a jam-packed schedule of games that we have to cover for Jamaica reggae people, because it's boys and girls. So reggae people, all right, yeah, man, and also potential reggae people, which is the Concacaf Champions Cup and also the Manning Cup and stuff. All right, so blessed morning to a lot of you guys, even though it's not morning for me, but blessed morning for most of the viewers coming in. Let me give some people some shout out: Jason Ferran, Marcelo, Dark Beskar, Andrew Chambers. Massive respect. All right. So what we have on the board today to talk about: Donaldson's removal, or impactful that will be, the schedule coming up for the Reggae Girls, very much important. The schedule coming up for the Reggae Boys. Players' performances coming in. So who have changed your mind on what they have done the last window, and now you saw them for their clubs, have improved at any level to say that you would have put them back in the team, or throw them out because they have not kicked on. All right, yes. So Chevante Stewart, Shamar Nicholson, Concacaf Caribbean Cup, um, and then obviously the Dacosta and Manning Cup results. So that's what we have on the board. We saw MP W94 Cas One Jam. Bless up to all of you guys that came in. All right, let me start with some of the players that played first, because we never gave them any highlights. So we had Greg Leigh. Greg Leigh signed for Oxford United. All right, yes, and he played in an advanced role according to the statistics here, and he played a left midfield in a 4-2-3-1 system. He had 2 goals in this game. All right, played the entire 90 minutes, 2 goals, 52 touches, and his accuracy and passes on the day was 17 of 30, which is 57. Created 1 key pass and attempted 4 crosses. Completed 1 of that. Attempted 6 long passes, 0 completed. Shots overall: 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 off target, and 1 big chance missed on the day. All right, ground duels: 1 of 2 on the ground. Aerial duels: 2 of 5, and possession lost 19 times. Committed 1 foul. And then on the defensive end, he gave you 6 clearances, 1 interception, and 1 tackle. So if that's the case, and he played that further up the pitch and still give you every single thing, maybe you have to start looking to a lot of the departments for the Jamaica team. How we set up and what is more effective for us. If we want to set up like that, as Mr. Algrimson do, would it be beneficial to use one expansive wide player and then use a defensively solid player, as in a Greg Leigh, on the opposite end, to say that he can go forward, but he still can track back and has the ability to defend also from high up the pitch? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But this is a good thing to look at, because it's giving you a different avenue as to the players' them ability. All right, yes. So Greg Leigh, that is massive respect to Greg Leigh. Then you had Cifas. Cifas continues to get on the score sheet. And the reason why I've worded it like that, because I have to give you the update as it goes. All right. He scored the last time against Cifas in a 3-1 victory. Right. And this time he was up against Galatasaray. All right. Galatasaray won the game 2-1, but he was the goal scorer in that game. All right. Wilfred Zaha scored, so you know the level of competition that he's going up against. But Cifas scored the first goal of the game in the 8 minutes. Let me give you, he was amongst the starting 11, playing in the right, on the right of a 4-2-3-1 system. So he was playing as an attacking midfielder as well. So he's showing the versatility, play striker, play flat out winger, and also if it's coming, if it's he should play much more narrow, he can do that job as well. And the team that he went up against, you had Icardi in that system, Zaha in that system, Angelo from Man City as well, Davinson Sanchez from Tottenham. So it just show you the levels of the players that were in it. All right, and Muslera in goal. So it was a good competition he was coming up against to get a goal. So that boost his CV as to how he should be in the national team. It's not like the Kaim Paris' situation, because Kaim Paris was not playing. Regardless of what people told you, he was not playing. All right? He was not playing at all. Kaim Paris barely got minutes when he made the national team. Barely got minutes. And that's different. Cifas is genuinely playing after making an upward step of a move. He's genuinely playing. So with that said, now I think he's right, as what I've said before, he's behind Leigh and Bailey as to the local picking them. There is nobody else you should put above Cifas at this point based on his performance. And if something like that happens the opposite way, I think people would take it extremely disrespectful. All right, yes. And if I think he does not turn up after not getting the nod, I wouldn't blame him. You get me? It would have clearly showed that it's some bias or some lack of knowledge running this show. You understand me? Because the kid is showcasing that you have quality. What more you want? You can't use excuse that, oh, these guys are not talented. They're outside. They're playing at high levels. I think that's all you need to give him his chance. I think he earns the spot by his performances. All right, Chevon, bless up, bless up. Thanks for being here. Chris Smith in the house, massive respect. We have Boston said, I agree. He's up against high quality players. Yes, man. So we can't make up stories. We have to just stick with the facts and give it as it is. So if we don't see him in the selection again and we don't see him get much minutes, you can't. There is something wrong with you. There is something wrong with you why he can't be in the team and be in the squad and get more game time. You get me? But I'm waiting, because if Leigh and Bailey is out, I would love to see the next move. I heard Chevon yesterday making his claim to say others might get that position. If that upon Chevon, it tells me this coach is a fraud. That's how far I would have gone. If that happened, I would consider this coach as a fraud. I am very sorry. But if Leon is out and what you said upon Chevon, I would consider this coach as a fraud. All right? Yes. So that's how far I would have gone with it, to be honest. So congratulations to Cifas doing his thing and putting his name out there and making himself undroppable. He has to be in the national team. If you're going to pick the same way as how he has been picking. All right? Yes. Big up yourself, DNA. DNA says Cifas should now get his chance. JD will be in the squad. But Chevon, I don't know what you know. I don't know if you work with the JFF. Don't know if you're in the selection pool. So I can't talk as how you talk. You understand me? I only have to talk as to what my knowledge is. Yeah, you understand me? I am, and I've always stayed in that box in a Chevon. I can't talk like how you are talking. All right, I have to talk exactly as to how I can talk because of what I'm privy to, and also watching all the players. Then that's why we have the series, Chevon. So no disrespect, but that is the way I have to approach it. All right, big up, Mr. United. Exactly, JD. Only Leon Bailey's ahead of Cifas. Yes. Jamal Lowe should get a call. Yes, and if Jamal Lowe gets a call, I think Jamal Lowe I think Jamalo could challenge that position as well. I think Jamalo is the only serious person actually challenge the position aside from the Bobby Reeds and the Damara Gray. Those guys are ahead of him just the same. He should start in the Bailey position. Yes. So performance in training couldn't persuade the coach's decision. I understand what you're just saying, but I have to, based on what he sometimes people do, Chevan, I have to question things as well. You understand me? Because I've heard that one occasion I've heard someone said a player not performing in training, and then when you put him on the pitch, he's better than the next person in 5 seconds. In 5 seconds. So I want to say that, and when I've had dialogue, Chevan, that same person said he was doing the same thing. So either he was calculating himself wrong in the trainings, or just the evaluation of people just bad. All right, it could be that case in a Chevan. All right, let we not just jump out and just give them the benefit of the doubt first, because sometimes some foolishness happen. I am not 100% sure. Yeah. Big up yourself, Juras. How you doing, man? All right. JD, based off all the circumstances with the injury of to Liam Bailey, obvious that he should be in the squad. No. I can't read like that, Chevan. We can't approach things like that. How much players Jamaica has? A lot more than Cifas. So we can't operate like that and say, yeah, he should be in the squad. No, Chevan, that is not how it works. I'm gonna drop the link so Chevan can come on, but I'm gonna still do my show the same way, going through everything. We're not sitting on one topic for too long. All right, but I'm gonna, maybe Chevan want to explain himself, but for me, I if it's one thing not sure, it's players that are actually good and informed making the team. If so, Chevan, based off past experience, I think it's the opposite as to what you're saying. Based off form, players don't make the national team, Chevan. So based off form, Chevan, I think it's the opposite as to what you're saying, Chevan. Yeah, remember, I am the one that covers the video, covers the stories every single time, you know. So I am the one should be here telling you as to how the picking goes. All right. Yes, because I honestly believe that, Chevan, I don't think they're doing a good job scouting these players and keeping it up as to what they have said in the first that they are going to do. I don't believe in it as to how others are believing in it. All right, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it as clear cut as what others had to say. All right, I took a different stance on it. Tennessee, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. If Cifas don't get call and the coach call the Don who practicing with Mona, he should be fired. I think so as well. But you're going to continuously see, because remember, he moved the goalposts, you know, from people have to be playing in a higher league or whatever the situation is, you know, to he picks who he thinks. So why you never just said that from before? Your evaluation as to what a player is, that's how you're going to pick it. So it doesn't matter what you're doing at Arsenal. If I believe that you're not good enough, just by watching you at Arsenal, you might not get the call up. You understand me? I have to ask these questions, people, because if a man keep on saying something and then he's doing the opposite, I want to question those things. And in life, yeah, it's supposed to be possible for you to question things. All right? Yes. So I'm just doing my job. All right? I could be wrong, no problem. But based on what I saw from him, I don't feel it. And to be honest, from day one, I never felt it, you know, because I saw him did some things that I never actually, I never felt from day one. And I just knew it would have been more problematic more than any successful thing. I just had that feeling from day one. All right. But I never made that clouded my judgment as to what I think um will happen. You know, I never made that cloud my judgment, and I want to hope that I'm not making, because of the first decisions he made from day one, led me to believe that he's not doing a good job in managing certain things. You know, that's all I'm saying. So that is for Cifas. Good job from Cifas. We talked yesterday on Chevante Stewart making a debut at Seller Nitana. Yes. And we talk about Jamal Lowe coming back to form. All of those guys are forward players and actually doing something. You get me? So if they don't make it in, and Mikel Antonio is not present, then I will have something to say, because if I saw a Corey Burr coming ahead of them, what I have to start ask the question, what levels really mean? You understand me? Like, what levels really mean? Is it that they're at a higher level but just not performing? What are the qualifications? Like, what are you looking for in a team? You know, I have to ask those questions. So it's a good thing when we have the national team and we can ask a lot of questions. All right. The only way we can judge him is based on what he has done. And based on what he has done, Jason, that is what I've judged him on. You understand me? But people always said I need to choose something else. So I don't know. Maybe Siobhan need to present that. Siobhan, I have not. Siobhan, this is my show. I am running and I'm talking about players playing, and I give arguments beside it. Don't tell me to wait until Friday, because I would have had to wait until Friday regardless. But this is a show. You can't tell me to shut up. You're pretty much telling me to shut up, Andrew. No, I have to question you now in a Chevron. I have to question you now, Chevron. I have to question what are your priorities now. Because if my job is to make sure people know what's going on with the players, them, what form they are in, and then you're telling me to wait until such and such date. No, I don't need to wait on nothing. I run a channel and I can say what I want and give the facts for the players. You get me? You can't tell me to wait. That is the problem. You talk about the same thing yesterday, and it's like you're just reverting back to the same ways that you're complaining about, Siobhan. So I had to call you out, big boss, on that one. Siobhan, what are your priorities? All right? All right. So anyways, so we had Shamar Nicholson. Shamar Nicholson got some game time against PSG, and people complained, saying that hope we registered, hope we calculate all of those misses Shamar had and all of those stories. And I want to look at it a different way. I want to look at it that he got himself in the position. He was playing against PSG and he created a chance. That's what I want to look at it as, because you have to look at the information as to PSG is not the same as the Concacaf teams. So if he could get space and time against PSG, I want to believe that he can create more space. So instead of looking at a negative side, look at it that he's playing against Pastor. If your phone not working, yeah, start up, big boss, because I don't want to spend too much time fighting you to get on the stream. So look at it as he's playing against PSG. You get me? Stop trying to sell a narrative, said the guy missed his chances and everything. You get me? He was playing at a high level competition and he never looked out of place. So I want to give him some credit. You get me? I want to give him some credit. So good work, Bowser, for reaching that level and create something. You get me? He creates it something. If he misses chances, no problem. But at least he's at that level. How much other players Jamaica has at that level? Not much. And it showcased that he's doing something, creating chances, which is a big part of football as well. Because if you can create a chance for yourself, you can create it for someone else. So that means you don't necessarily have to be a scorer. You can be a supplier as well and a link-up player in a team. And in our team, we need more link-up players because we tend to want to use wing plays football. So if you want the striker to hold up the play and score, why you need the wingers? Come in, Pastor. Why you need the wingers? So we talk football sensible, all right? Because it looks like some of narratives against certain players and then make up stories to inflate certain players. That's what I'm seeing now. Go ahead, Pastor, and then we can
It
take it out.
is
Yeah.
it is instructive that the same people who call for a particular type of player would want to get rid of the other player that makes those players game make sense. Because none of our wingers are going to be as productive taking on a team, three, four players down the wing and come inside to score. You're not playing against any high level team if they're able to do that. So you need somebody in the middle of the park, is in that attacking third, that is going to wait on them to join the play, that is going to pass to them, receive it back from them, and then to be impactful. So I don't understand the people who claim to be football pundits or critics that they do not see the value of having all types of players for the benefit of the team rather than for you to be selling some narrative about one player being good and the next player not being good.
Okay.
I don't understand it because a lot of these people who are talking claim to be past players that play football at some level or they watch football at the highest level. So even if you don't play, you should be able to grasp sufficient to see the value of the player on the park.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. MP says, JD, evening, the observer is highlighting Jamal Low. That is very good. And we have to make sure we credit them when they do things like that, because that is the direction we want the people them to be going in, of highlighting everybody, equally. Missing chances is problem. Damien Dash. Okay, well, no problem. And that's what I'm saying. He could have a different duty in the squad as well. People thinking a man playing in people's backyard is better than Boza. I can't accept that. The man plays against PSG. Yes, but you remember, that tells you that brings you down to the level of where our football is. And if our coach is stepping down to that level, it tells you how far we are going to reach. Because remember, how far we are going to reach is down to how embarrassing it is down to how good our squad is and how far we reach. You get me? Because if we have a load of people, and then, as what Travis Tennessee said, a man believe that would be a complete utter madness. You understand me? Because even the same man that they're talking about, I clearly heard them say the story, and then when I look at what Chelsea doing, Chelsea literally buying everybody 4 or 5 more in the same positions. So if we're going to do that, why would they spend, if you were the savior, why would they spend $1 billion in the same position? I literally heard them trying to buy someone yesterday again for 40 more million in the same position, and want to shell out 60 more on Ivan Toney, and want to shell out 20 more on Osimhen. And you're 120 more on Osimhen. So why is it, if you're the savior? So we have to start. That's why I said, Chevron, sometimes people, you can use other coaches' quality to judge. Our coach better than Pochettino? I would say no. All right. So sometimes we don't have to jump to say certain things, because people would say we don't have the credentials. So what we would have done now, we would have put coach to coach then. And if one coach saying something, 1 second, let me put on Chevron. If one coach is saying something, we can use that argument. I'm not going to use my argument. I'm going to use the coach to coach argument then, because obviously people always find the next excuse and find the next excuse and find the next excuse. But we don't want to lament on it too much. We want Chevron to say his piece, and then we just move on. Move on. Chevron, good day. How are you doing? Get involved, and so we can go through everything, because we have a limited amount of time. Yes.
All right, so morning everybody. Afternoon JD, morning Pastor.
Yeah.
Sorry I can't turn on my camera. Company policy pertaining to cameras being on and showing in the building.
Yeah, man, that's understandable, big boss, man. Thanks for coming on as well.
Yeah. So what I was saying, JD, I am not opposed. I don't know if you think I'm opposed to Cifas making the team. What I was just trying
No,
to
no, no,
say
no, no,
is
no,
that
no, Shaban. No, I just because you said to me, he's going to be in the team. But remember, say
oh,
you telling me
all
that
right, probably
that is a
choice of words. Probably
conclusive
choice of
statement.
words. Probably
You get me?
choice
The
of words
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Probably
So it
choice of words
confused
was
me.
wrong.
So I'm wondering if you was saying the letters them to the players them now. So I say, damn.
No, all right. Maybe
Shaban
all
get new
right,
work.
maybe choice of words. My
Be
choice of words
careful.
probably
All
wasn't the
right.
best. My choice of
Yes.
words wasn't the best in that. What I was saying is that based off the fact that he was with the team the last time,
Mm-hmm.
and we have lost one of our main players due to injury, unfortunately. I don't see a situation. I don't see as the reason as to why he would be dropped because it's not like his form has dipped club level. His
Yeah,
form
but
has.
remember, it could be possible because remember you have Jamal Low, you have Roof carrying a little niggle. So I
I
don't
think
think
Roof will
Roof.
be out. I think
Yeah,
Roof will
so
be out
Roof
because he's
would be
injured.
considered out because you have to remember how long in advance they are sending letters.
That's
But
out.
because we have
Yeah.
Hutchinson in form, we have Jamal Low in form, so there could still be a team where he does not get picked.
All right.
Be honest,
So
you know.
one of the names that you just called a while ago, I don't think he will make it this trip. Unfortunately.
But
So
Shavan, that's why people think you work with JF, brother. Stop trying to say things. If you're not saying things, don't int nothing to nobody. Just say out here with say it with your chest. Yes. All right.
So as I say now, based off the fact that he was with the team the last time
Mm-hmm.
and his form hasn't regressed in any way,
Yeah.
and Leon being out, I don't see a reason as to why he would not be in the team because I know the coach had indicated the last press conference that it was Miran Garden who really recommended him. So I know that the coach himself would have watched him during the windows that had passed, and the coach would have kept an eye on him. So I don't think he would drop him, because he is arguably our most informed winger right now. To be honest, he is.
Yes. No. My boy don't drop off. Damari Green does not drop off at all.
Yeah, but
Bobby
he's
Reed
not
does not
scoring
drop
that
off
much.
either.
No,
Huh?
form, JD, form. I'm not
Form,
saying
but form is not about goal scoring only, you know. It's about playing.
No, but he's playing well. But he's playing well for his
Yeah,
club.
but I don't think Cifas playing better than Bobby Reed, to be honest. If you watch
I don't see Bobby Reed. Remember, Bobby Reed is not a winger for Jamaica.
Okay, but he's still registered as a winger just the same. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he doesn't play winger for Jamaica. The coach has him
He's
as
one
the
of our
attacking
best
mid.
wingers. He's one of our best form players.
Wingers, yeah.
Hutchinson is what I would consider Hutchinson's form is up there just the same as his as well, to be honest. We have a good amount of players.
I mean, we have players.
Our wing form is one of our best performing so far coming in.
All right, so we have players that would be arguably
in very good form.
Yeah, we have players that are arguably would be sure fit. But as I said, not everybody will be there, will be available, which is unfortunate. But as I was saying though, Cifas to me, I think he should make the squad.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should make the squad. I don't think the coach will drop Whisper.
Okay, but me never ask you that in a Shavan, so I know why.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just saying it for the persons in the chat who I said that him not in a squad. I'm just saying. All right, the reason why I said JD wait until Friday is nothing against you, you know. I wasn't saying it to you. I was saying it to everybody, saying that the coach is going to pick who he wants to pick.
Okay,
we may question it.
Him have to get fire if him constantly pick people if it be in the team. Since you want
no,
to go there.
JD, hold on, JD, hold on, man.
Yeah.
I understand, so you might not.
No,
I understand that you might not. I understand that you may not agree with all of the coach's decision.
Okay.
But hold on, JD, man. Just let me finish, now, God.
All right, finish.
I understand that you and persons may not agree with the coach's decision, right? But I think the coach is probably, in my opinion, I think the Whisper thing, it's something to help his development.
Yes, and help him get a paper for go to Chelsea. That's it. But
hear what I am saying, JD. Hold on, JD, man. Just let me finish now.
Okay, so
you can't say.
Remember, you get a point, you know, and then we just try argue the point for a minute, and then
as I said, I will not say anything.
You know what?
I will not. I will not say anything to that part, JD, because I don't have any proof. Remember, we always say to me, say, Shavan, if you don't
Okay.
have proof of something, then don't say it. I don't have proof
Okay.
of that.
Okay. And
I
that's
know the
why I
coach.
said it.
Yeah, I know the coach have said it himself that he wants to help him so that when he goes to Chelsea, he's not fully out of football.
Okay. So,
So
Siobhan,
I know
in a year, Siobhan, just write this. Remember, just answer it, Siobhan. So, let me just ask you a question, Siobhan. So, in your heart and soul, knowing the pool that you have and the other young talents them coming through, because Cifas is not old, you know. Remember that. Kaim Paris is not old either. Remember that. And remember, they are struggling at their clubs, but they're already at those clubs. This man, you don't even know where he's going. I just Mr. Butler come up and tell people story and I sing Sankey, where Jamaica people naturally sing. That's a bag of Sankey. Yeah, and then fool
true.
the coach for tell him say him a go in a Chelsea main team. So that is why you need to pump and powder him. So what happened to next kids? Them Cifas is a little youth, just the same. Him more and more game time in the national team to see something. Him Kaim Paris would need some help. So what you say to them people where they need some help? That's a question to ask. Just the
It's a
obvious
good
question
question.
everybody asks.
It's a good question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer. I said I'm not the coach. I was just
You're crying that you don't have the answer.
Make Shaban finish, please, and they come in after.
no. All right. So I know a lot of persons are against the whisper selection. I know that is the contempt, and it arguably it is questionable because he's not playing any club football. Although he's not playing any form of football other than for the national team. He's just training with his handler right now.
Okay.
It is arguably, and I cannot dismiss that in any way. I cannot answer as to what I said. I know the coach had mentioned that he wants to help him keep him match fit. I don't know, JD. That's all I can say in that retrospect. All right, that's all I can say there. The coach gave his reason for picking him. Cause you remember the other day when he was not selected, and cause remember he made the comment, you know, when I don't select him, it's a problem, and when I select him, it's a problem.
Okay.
So in the footballing sense, honestly, he probably should not be selected because he's not playing any competitive football.
But not that time a problem, Shaban. So why is it
I know,
every time we
JD.
hear from him, it's not about football? Why is it never based on the talent and what this person shows he deserves to be in the team? And then the next man, we're out on road now, we're performing. So when we look on our book, we see Cifas a tear up the league. We see Kaim Paris a tear up the league. Jamal Lowe tear up the league. Them can't make the team. How you think them gonna feel? Oh, and if that person have influence and him get keep out of the team based off this foolishness what the coach are do, you know, think that I got push back other people to represent the national team as well. Because if a man believes that, you understand me? So this could go left.
But are we so sure that some of the players that you mentioned are always made themselves available?
Yes, Shavan, yes. Because even when the coach said something, I have proof that it's completely opposite.
Like okay, you have proof. I don't.
Yes.
You have proof. I don't. As I said, let me not say nothing.
All right, boss. But Minister Travis
let me not say nothing. But hold on. But as I said, let me not say nothing in that part.
Yes. But yeah.
I'm not going to say anything because there are things that I have heard as well that kind of bit contradicting as to what you just said. So, like I said, in a sporting light, JD, I understand the skepticism of him being selected in the team. I don't want to believe that because realistically, you have players who are playing week in, week out for their team, and they are match fit, so they would be a better fit. But I know sometimes availability is always an issue for our coaches, unfortunately.
Okay.
I know that availability is always an issue for our coach. I know that personally. I know that for a fact. A lot of players that the coach always wants, they're sometimes not always available. And it's not anything to do with the players not being committed, because I know people like to go them way there. It's just circumstances that lead to the players being
Yeah,
unavailable for a particular window.
Michael Antonio the other day. Michael Antonio the other day.
Yeah, I know his
They
reasoning.
said
I know his reasoning
he
the
was
other
busy.
day.
They said he was busy. All right, no
No,
problem.
I
That
know
is
the
out.
reason why.
Yeah, but
Reason why.
Siobhan, they said he was busy, and they came out and said totally the reason why. So you can't know a different reason from what they said. It has to be the same one. So even if you know it,
Well,
they
I
had
don't.
said it publicly.
I didn't hear a reason what they said.
They publicly come out and said he was trying to look a move. That's what they
No, that
publicly
wasn't
come
the
out and said.
reason.
Yes.
That wasn't the
Well,
reason.
that is what they said. So that simply means you know things more than what they're saying, and that's proving that they're lying.
So hold on, JD, just listen to me. That's not the reason why he wasn't there. It's something more personal. And from here, me say JD, I understand the reason why he couldn't come. I understand that.
Yeah, but
because them already agree was going.
Siobhan, you not listen to me, you know. I know me nor you said that, you know. And the same JFF said the reason why he's not there.
And JD, I am telling you, that's not the reason why he wasn't there the last window.
All right.
I get what you're saying. You're not the one who said it, but I am telling you, that's not the reason why he wasn't there.
And so then what you should believe then I maybe obviously you're close by the situation. So how would you feel with them telling you anything from this point then? If a man gonna blatantly come out and lie to you, and then you yourself know the truth now. Or you're gonna look at things now, Siobhan?
Hold on, Mr. United, yes, the reason was legitimate. It was a serious reason. It wasn't about a transfer. Because Damare was going through a transfer as well. But he made the effort to come see. So it wasn't about a transfer. I can assure you guys. It was a legitimate reason.
Okay.
Pertaining to the question that JD just asked, I said I initially didn't hear anything official from the JFF.
All right.
I'm saying I didn't. I'm saying I didn't hear anything, any reason being put out by the JFF. Okay, I heard from a very good person telling me the reason why, and I said, "Oh, that's understandable." So I can't say nothing in that part. But I know the person.
The coach give you a reason. Mr.
I am not
Spade
going
give
to
you a
tell
reason.
you.
No. Siobhan, I'm telling you what the coach said the same thing. Mr. Spade said the same thing, and them next person where work with them said the same thing. All three of them said the same thing.
All right, that's what I say. Somebody.
No, I'm Siobhan. You see what me trying to say to you? You see the confusion.
I get what you're saying, right. JD, but I am telling you. I got it from somebody who is direct contact with the player at all times. He's the person that told me the reason, and it was a legitimate. So it wasn't anything to do with transfers. I can assure you that.
All right. So for sure then, so Siobhan, no more. I don't know what the fans need to know then. That's what Siobhan trying to tell you. You get me clearly then? Because if three persons come out where them around the team, and them come out and said it. All three, it's on the internet, you know. All three of them said answered tweet, you know. And
all right, I could just leave. All right, I could just leave Michael Antonio. I could leave Michael Antonio.
No, but Trevor, may I bring you back to the same point to show you.
JD, and I get what you're saying, JD. But I am telling you,
the more in trouble.
I heard the reason why. And it was nothing to do with
Siobhan, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you.
This is not a Michael Antonio issue. This is a matter of the coach becoming as irresponsible as the JFF administration and lying to the fans. Anytime the coach go down that route, where for any reason he is lying to the fans, the coach need to understand we're going to start calling him head. It cannot be that you give a response. It is better for you not to give a response and rather than to lie. You cannot make a statement that this is the reason for him not being here when it is not so. Because we are going to find out. This is the information age. And any time the coach reaches where the lies add up, it's going to be his own doing, his own demise. The coach cannot become so irresponsible to do that. This is not a Michael Antonio issue, because there have been several other issues where the JFF, whether the communication personnel or the previous coaches or Mr. Speed and them, have lied to the fans. it's better for you not to answer something than to tell something that is not true.
Because look at it, Siobhan. In the same instance, look at the new youth name Gray. Gray, Siobhan. A 3 different story here why he never play. You say him look like you that carry a knock. The coach say him decide to go with the more experienced personnel. That's what the coach answered, you know. It's literally on the internet, you know. That's what him answered, you know. And then the third person that should be close to the team saying that he was injured. That's why I'm never listed on the thing. And then I've heard a complete different story as to why he was not in the team. You understand me? So it's either everyone will come together, understand what is the lie or what is the statement that we're going to come out and tell the people, and everyone says the same thing. Because once you keep on saying opposite things, it just don't, even if you're telling the truth, the coach is telling the truth, it just seems like say something else wrong, you know? Something else just wrong. Mr. Ricketts, I don't know what happened to my volume. But as what we said, let me move on from that. But it just shows you how the players they might just feel if they don't get called and they truly want to come here. You get me? Yes, because you had Hector and those guys asking if a cricketing play and them stuff there. So players get confused and angry from time to time. So we're not going to act like the players them don't get frustrated from time to time, people. All right? Yeah, man. But I understand. Let me move on from that. All right? And I understood where Siobhan coming from as well. All right? So Siobhan just start the next one on the list, which is good. I love the fact that all of these local players actually showcasing that they can go places and do something. So it forced the coach. It forced the coach to see what are going to be next excuse now as to not picking these players. Because at first he said the JPL players are just not good enough pretty much. You understand me? Yes. And then they weren't selected. And then you pick a schoolboy over them. Then now one of those JPL players and several others moved. But maybe you could have used the excuse to say that they are not at the highest level. And so you're not picking them. You get me? But still picking the same person. And then now, one of them went in the Syria, which is a top league. And then one of them playing in a next top league. So 2 players, which is Cifas and Stuart, will give the coach problems as to if he's not going to pick them. And he's going to continuously draw big people to ask for his head if he does not pick these players. You understand me? Yes. Worst though we know the players them played. Because Stuart can bring something similar to Shamar Nicholson as an older player. All right, if Mikel Antonio is not available. So I love the fact that these JPL players showing him up and showing him that maybe he's not seeing talent, identify talent properly. Because we were on YouTube saying that we would have picked Stuart over Whisper because what he brings is something that we don't have in the team. And obviously he went out to
Why is it cutting out?
I think JD
JD, you cut out.
Issue.
Yeah.
You have a connection issue.
Pastor, you're hearing me well?
You had cut out a while ago, but I'm hearing you clearly now.
Yes. So what I wanted to say to people, remember these players were benickled, you know. So now they are coming back in quality positions. So let we see if they are going to get their just due now. That's all I'm saying.
But JD, the coach said from the coach's verbiage, his scouting mechanism is not working properly. The coach said in the press conference, you know, that it is Meron Gordon that keep at him about Cifas, you know. When the coach at the first press conference said that John Wall will be here, and John Wall is a man that specializes in database and player tracking and all of those things, you know. So if it takes Meron Gordon to speak to him about Cifas, there is a failure in the coach's system. And this is exactly from the coach's mouth.
Okay. Siobhan, I heard your answer to Ali in there. But Siobhan, I have proof in my phone now. What the coach said, what the side man to the coach said, and what the man who hired the coach said. Siobhan. So I'm not asking you. I'm not questioning anything. Yes, I know what was said. And obviously you heard something different, so it clearly tells you that is miscommunication or someone lying for some reason, Siobhan. That's all I'm saying. I never tried to continue it. I just left it there. But
No,
I
JD.
don't say anything if I don't have the proof.
No,
You know?
JD. What I was saying is that the only thing I heard the club say publicly was that Mikhail wasn't here for personal reasons. Because initially you had stated that there was something about some transfers. I said I never publicly heard the coach say that. If you have it on record, then fine, but I didn't publicly hear that.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
heard personal reasons, and then I heard what the personal reason was.
Siobhan,
And
after
that's
the
all
coach
I'm
said
saying.
personal reasons, the coach went on to say, Mikhail
All right.
may still be here for the second game.
Yeah,
That
he
is a
did
part of
say
the
he
press
may be,
conference.
but
He may be here for the second game if things work out.
Pastor, hold on. The personal reason, yeah, he could have been there because of the personal reason. The personal reason is not something that could have prevented him for an extended period. I said I will not get into it. Hold on, JD.
Yep, that's what Siobhan.
Hold on,
20
JD.
minutes
Hold
they
on,
tell that
JD. I will not get into the exact personal reason what it was. And the thing about it, if you guys actually heard what it was, I know a lot of you guys would say, "Oh, I understand."
Yeah, but Siobhan, me never tell you, so me don't know what it was, you know. Me don't know what. So Siobhan, but my sit here, brother. But tell us, me here from 3 sources, public on the internet. What is the reason?
I was only answering to what Aldine said.
Yeah.
I
Man.
publicly heard. If you can show me right now or send it to me on WhatsApp privately, said something that the coach had said publicly, other than what I heard him say publicly, that it was personal reason.
Okay.
Then fine.
Okay.
If you can do that, then fine.
All
I
right.
understand that.
All
but
right,
I hadn't
all
heard
right,
him
no
said.
problem.
I never hear him say anything about any other thing other than personal reason.
All
if
right,
you
then.
heard it from
I will
someone
send
else,
all of them, Siobhan. All of them.
sure.
And then now, me got your you respond, Siobhan. Me got your
Yeah.
you respond tomorrow because you see like how you put me like when
JD,
you put
send it
youth
to
on the spot, you
no.
know. So when no.
Tomorrow is not promised to no one.
Siobhan, I have 2 phones working. If me have my files on a phone and me have a phone on the
all
internet.
right, then good.
Me don't know if you realize,
good.
what you call it? Mobile content crack I'm giving the people, mobile. Understand? I don't know if you realize me have paper, me have phone, me have a phone there. So yes, so I'm mobile. I will send it to you and show you. All right? Yeah, man. So anyways, let me move on. Let me move on from that. Tomorrow I will hear Siobhan's word and see if Siobhan can stand up in his conviction. All right? Yes. Okay, people never like the show. Oh well, I guess today was a hard topic, because it's coming down to the next selection thing, and I'm hearing the foolishness and everything. Yes, and I keep getting more proof on my desk. I can't talk the way or others would like to talk. We need to talk about this thing because yesterday I heard the one what you call him, Jay Taylor escaped with his madness, talking about the coach should be fired and all sort of madness, and a change of settings and a change of settings and all sorts of madness about Mr. Donaldson. So what we should expect from this Reggae Girlz team immediately, and was it justified to fire Mr. Donaldson? Because I never heard from the people, so I would love to hear from the people. And people watching, we have 121. If you don't like me, which you might not do, you like the video, that's why you turn up every day, so you hit the like button. All right, for that reason, subscribe and share. All right, yeah, man. I would prefer 200 likes. I don't beg you any money, so just give me the likes. That's it. So that is the thing right now. Because I heard you yesterday, Siobhan, and I want to call you out because I'm opposite on the firing of Mr. Donaldson. Whether they want to say it's removal.
hold on, JD, hold on. You hear me say Coach Donaldson should I get fired? Or JT?
No man, me a burn out JT la, because remember me never get fired.
So, no, but you call my name a while ago.
Yeah, because you and him that whole conversation.
Hold on, JD. You know realize something about me now. I allow people to have them opinion on things, you know.
Yeah, but you were there talking to, and you are agreeing.
Me allow the man to have him opinion.
Siobhan. All right, just me to ask you a question first. Why you want this war about defending yourself? You a liar? Answer the damn question. Are you okay?
No, because me no want nobody come say yo me did say me want the coach to get fired.
All right, you never said that. I never heard you say that directly. But you are having a conversation.
No, not even indirect, JD. Not even indirectly you hear me say that, JD.
Oh my God.
Nobody come with that, brother.
I have never said you said it directly or indirectly. Siobhan, answer my damn question. Was it the correct decision to remove this man out of business? And will the Reggae Girlz be better, Siobhan? That is very clear.
I don't think that. All right, so for one, the coach wasn't fired. His contract wasn't renewed. Two, I don't think it was a good decision to not renew his contract. And three, it wasn't a surprise.
Siobhan, you know that he had 1 day left on his contract, so he was technically fired. So even when they're saying it's not renewed, you realize it was a day before the contract up. So okay, you like to slide that like a dig in it. You see what I'm telling you? Say sometimes you pretend, but yeah. People, it's you, Siobhan. I gonna call you out, you know. But it was not renewed.
No, but JD,
it was 1 day before. All right, so Siobhan, tomorrow your contract end with the again. I'm telling you today, say them not gonna need a service.
But JD, he still worked up and he still was getting paid up until Saturday. That's when his contract ended.
Did he receive money, Siobhan? You know of him?
I don't know if him get no money. I don't know about JD. Come on, JD. Roll on, JD. Come on. No,
Siobhan,
JD. Just
JD,
just listen. JD.
Siobhan,
hold on, JD.
But Siobhan, let me chop up. Siobhan, let me talk to Siobhan, because you try slide digging things. You said the man get paid until Saturday, Siobhan. He's going to get paid until Saturday, but he has not received any paid because they said they're going to pay him his rest of his money and his staff.
But JD, you just said all I am saying is that the man wasn't fired. His contract wasn't renewed. There's a difference.
All right, his contract was not renewed, but he was told that his service was not needed a day before his overall contract.
No, they're letting him know that they're letting him know that his contract would not be renewed. That's not getting fired.
So, Siobhan, what have I just said? He was told that he was not needed a day before, Siobhan. Why you keep on a pretty up things even time I state the fact? Siobhan, since you have all of the details, Siobhan.
I don't have any JD. I don't have any
Jesus
JD, if the man contract expire on the 30th of September, which is
when the meeting took place, Siobhan?
The 29th.
All right. So what did I say wrong last, Siobhan? Because
JD, hold on. Listen for a minute without trying to respond. His contract end date was the 30th of September, right?
Yes.
And they told him, hey, come in on the 29th, which would be a Friday. Potentially because the JFF have no intention for work on the Saturday. For telling that, hey, Mr. Donaldson, we appreciate the job that you did. However, we would not be renewing your contract past the 30th. Mr. Blake.
People, one second. Me cut off your minute. People, please don't text me. Don't text me at this point because you're using up my internet. And internet chipping out my system. So please don't text me. Wait until the show finishes to text me. Please. Continue, Siobhan, because me get cut out.
Siobhan, to fire someone is to terminate them, correct?
Yeah.
To fire someone is to end their contract, correct?
Before the contractual end date, yes.
No, to fire someone is to end their contract, whether before or on the time. Ending of contract is to fire. That's the definition. I'm just trying to arrive at a workable definition for the word firing.
All right. So did Manchester United hold on. Did Manchester United fire David De Gea, or they just didn't renew his contract?
Okay. In the English language, and this is why I sought to
I
get
just
the
asked a
definition.
question.
You asked me a question.
Chevon,
You asked me a question after I asked you a question, Chevon.
Passer. Chevon, swing this all. You need just make it quick, Chevon, so we can get into the footballing metrics.
No, but I just asked Pastor. A close-ended question.
You asked me a question after I asked you a question, but you don't want me to respond to your question.
I asked a close-ended question.
All of my questions were close-ended, just the same. However, I'll tell you this.
I asked a close-ended question, which is either a short response, yes or no. I didn't ask for an essay. I didn't ask for a 5,000-word essay. I just wanted a simple answer. Did Manchester United fire David De Gea?
They terminated him.
They terminated him.
Yes.
Right, that's your reasoning then. Fine. I can't
your
opinion and I will not question
Yes, they fired him.
No, Chevon. That is why I asked you the three. That is why I asked you the three questions I ask you to let you come up to speed with the different definitions that people hold on to when they are utilizing the word firing, because some of them feel that fire is strong.
We don't need no
Here is
terminated mean to end, and to end to fire mean to end. It's the same damn thing. Simple.
Using a different word. It's the same thing using a different word. That's all the questions.
Actually, touch the topics,
No, hold on. I'm going to answer your question now, JD. JD, I'm going to answer your question that you asked about Donaldson. Realize this.
Pastor, the person is going to ask you to take the mic. If you can take the mic off of your neck again, if possible.
Jesus God.
All right. All right. Realize this, that the JFF did not hire Donaldson. Donaldson was accepted by the JFF, hired by Sidella and the girls, because the JFF hired Vin Blaine. The girls fired Vin Blaine. So from the first day when Donaldson was forced on the JFF said, okay, your date for termination is X, 30th of September. So Donaldson was fired from day one. They gave him his termination date, September 30th. So the very day he started working with the Reggae Girlz, he was fired. And it don't matter if he had won the World Cup. They would still be looking for a reason to get rid of him. Because if you unpack what Donaldson said, had he beaten Canada, they would not have had it so easy to get rid of him. They would have needed to find some other reason to get rid of him. So he would have had a little extension had he beaten Canada. But while my heart wanted us to beat Canada, we are not yet in Canada's class. So that was an uphill climb. I've said that to say this. The JFF, until it becomes professional, will always do these madness. It is full-fledged madness to have not renewed Donaldson's contract at this time. Utter rubbish.
All right, Pastor. All right, so they're bringing we want Chevon to come in, but Chevon and Pastor then I see him league, with answering questions. So let me bring in Juras, make him say and then we'll bring in Chevon back. Okay, Juras comes off, so I guess he wanted to talk about something different from what's going on. Chevon, could you kindly answer our question, please? Or you forgot the question?
What question? Yeah, go ask the question again.
I know.
No,
Jenny, he had answered. He had answered the Donaldson question.
No, but I've asked also like
morning.
The girls. Oh, Remember, it's just not just the firing, but what happened with the girls them coming up. We're asking about that as well. But you
Oh,
Siobhan
for the
start
girl.
fight about a wording and stuff.
All right. So as I said, I don't agree with the contract not being renewed at this time. Because I think based off the players itself, it can lead to some issues with the players. It wasn't done on good terms, and as I said, the coach's performance with the team may not have been great, but I think the coach had done a good enough job to warrant his contract being renewed. I think he
Okay.
has done, but as I said, it wasn't a surprise to me that it wasn't, because if you look at what had happened prior and then leading up when we qualified for the World Cup, when we advanced to the round of 16, if we hadn't heard of any contractual renewal at that time, in my head, I said, all right, then probably they don't want him to be renewed. So probably there is something there, but I don't believe it was a good reason. I don't believe it's good. It's a good, and I think it can affect the girls' preparation for the qualifiers for the Gold Cup.
Okay. All right. Respect for that.
My
Juras,
response to that part.
Pastor,
Oh, Juras is here.
let me just hear from Juras and then because we're just trying to make sure everyone is it. Juras, go ahead.
Yeah, blessings, everybody. Pastor Siobhan, JD.
Bless
JD,
up,
Mr. say
boss.
you want to move on, so I'm not going to touch on what I want to really touch on because
No
it's a
man,
little
no,
bit
touch on what
lengthy.
you want. Touch on what you want because me not
Um,
reply. No reply next one, yeah.
so as Siobhan said, and I agree fully, and I agree with what Pastor said to that. JFF wasn't the one that really selected Donaldson, right? It was the girls that I'm not going to say hired him because the only set of people that can do the hiring and the firing is the JFF. So the girls elected to, they said that, okay, we want to pick him and bring him forward. The JFF never agreed with that. That's clear. That's apparent. But from, as what Chevron said, from they got back from the World Cup and they never renewed his contract, the writing was on the wall that they never wanted him here. So whether or not, they made the decisions before, I never saw that they renewed his contract. I was like, yeah, he's definitely not going to stay. As per you guys saying that he was fired, I agree with Siobhan as well, right? They said, them never say, okay, we have a deal left for your contract and we are going to fire you. From what Donaldson said and from what the JFF came out and said, that they're not going to extend the contract. So same whole Siobhan give a example of De Gea. De Gea wasn't terminated. His contract wasn't terminated. It just wasn't renewed, or he never signed a new contract. So that's how I view it. We each have, as JD said, each
No,
have our different
yeah,
definitions and
but
stuff.
the
So
day here one, give me the opportunity to go and check first because I think once you're at the club, and you don't want you can either become a free agent, run out your time and become a free agent,
yeah,
or you have to terminate the contract. So it's a little bit different from the Donaldson one. So give me a little
with De
time.
Gea.
Yeah,
Okay,
give me a little
okay, all
time.
right, cool.
Yeah, give me a little time, and I will come
Yeah,
back to
but
it tomorrow.
that's my take. That's my take because we know you have other topics to cover.
Yeah, but
So yeah.
add to it. So what you think will happen now? Because clearly we don't have a coach because
It's
before Vin Blaney it was there, a pity pack
yeah,
around Damrep and Damrep a school in
yeah.
Jamaica with the same players them. So we are gonna get somebody in how much days we have? 22 days.
I don't
22
even know,
days.
but I know it's not long enough. As pastor would have said, it's utter madness, and I agree fully. And he would say he would add some other adjectives to it that I won't add. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like it doesn't make any sense. I feel that the with Donaldson, the girls, they finally had continuity. That togetherness, and we may not have won against Canada on both games, but you can see improvements, and that's
Yeah.
the main thing. So you're gonna have somebody coming in, and you cannot fault somebody to come in and pick their own players that they feel is gonna perform based off the system that they want to input.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking on the girls having to get maybe having to get reacquainted if it's new players, also implementing a new system. So it don't make no sense. Even if they had to say, you know what, after the Gold Cup qualifiers, let's have a conversation and let's see if we can extend you up until after the Gold Cup qualifier. You know what I'm saying? But that is not common sense. And as Pastor said, I will reiterate, it's madness, Bridget. That part doesn't make no sense. And it's the same thing with a lot of our teams, not only the male team, now you see it with the female team. And let me say something as well. Don't be surprised if you hear some of these girls saying that they're not going to show up. And that's all I did
a video, and that's what I said. Because look, the reason why they signed up for the last program was because they got what they wanted. They said they're not going to play until they gave them what they wanted, which is this coach. So if you remove this coach by not re-upping the coach after achieving the impossible, I still believe it's the biggest feat in Jamaica's history as a football
Of course,
nation.
as a football, men and women. Men and women, bro.
Juras, you know some of them stay because them egotistic and them don't want to put the woman them first. Them are gonna say, we make it go World Cup are different. No. This is the biggest thing ever achieved for Jamaica on any football level. You get me? And the guy brought it there. And this lie, if you had Mr. Vin Blaine playing 80 and Mexico dice up Jamaica as 6 Jamaica get. People,
of course.
People lie, People
go
back and watch Vin Blaine play damn rep. People don't make them fool, because them and them are friend. They make them fool, the team was not performing.
Yeah, man, it was a completely different team under Donaldson. People may say, okay, our format, we play too defensive and low block and all of them someday. But listen, we were getting results, ball and knock. The two center backs pairing was perfect. I don't know if that's how Vin Blaine had it set up. Trust me, man, the team was different, Bridget.
Vin Blaine have the people who run up and down, and me tell you, say, damn rep, even though damn rep is a team where improve. Damn rep dice through Jamaica. Through Jamaica. The game is
do we realize?
Go watch it.
Do we realize that against France, Donny missed 7 chances? With all the defensive setup that Donaldson had.
Yep.
Jamaica played as a unit against France, and one player missed 7 chances.
Yep.
If you have people run up and down as headless chicken, that one player I go get 25 chances, it means that player is going to score 18. Jamaica dead.
Juras, may I beg you, please go listen to the man there yourself. Just listen to him yourself and then watch the game, and then you make your own judgment to say Vin Blaine never have nothing to do with the Jamaica qualify, because we end up in a group of death. People forgot to say him get fired before we even start the group of death.
Exactly.
The talent alone could have get me out.
People absent-minded, bro. People just it's either them absent-minded or them just straight up,
Juras, remember the player them said them play for themselves, Vin Blaine never tell them nothing, Them pretty much do them own thing, And that themselves
I remember that. I remember that.
When the girl them go out and play for Donaldson, you can clearly see them do what him say, because them never do what them that do. Because clearly him never do nothing, so them that do what them that do, and clearly it was not good enough. So
let me tell you something. Sorry, JD. Let me tell you something. You see, when some of them follow instruction, me here said Donaldson afraid bridging for race them up and them something there. You know what I'm saying? So accountability was there as well. And as Pastor said, when we'd play against France, a 18 we'd get if Vin Blaine did a coach that or whoever. I'm really intrigued to see who this coach is gonna be. I'm not saying he can't be better. Go ahead, Pastor.
I am going to tell you, based on experience, in this short window, your coach is the failed Xavier Gilbert.
That's who they named as a coach?
No, them not name him. But if you do not get a coach,
he's going to be the only one available.
Yeah.
If you do not get a coach at Donaldson's level or above, which is not easy to get in 20 days, except you had some negotiations prior to. Your coach is Xavier Gilbert. And Xavier Gilbert was attached to the coaching program for this reason. The same way Maron Gordon is attached to the male side of the program for this reason. The JFF is calculative. The JFF is calculative, and this is their modus operandi. This is their plan from the beginning. It is their plan from the very beginning, and I'm going to tell you this: 50% of these girls are not going to be satisfied to play with Xavier Gilbert as their coach. 50% of them, because they play at a higher acumen and level than Gilbert has managed to elevate himself to. The Jamaican born coaches are beneath the level of the players that we have on the roster. So it is bound to regress. The only way we don't go backward is if we get a coach at the level of Donaldson or above Donaldson.
And we have to be careful. Donaldson is not a normal guys. The last time Donaldson was with the program, the last time we qualified, Donaldson was actually with the program as well,
Donaldson was the assistant coach.
One second, Pastor, but people know because I realize people trying to belittle the man, Juras. But this man was around from day one. He has relationship with majority of these kids that came in to play for Jamaica as well. And clearly it tells by who brought them in, because he's big in America. He's very much well known in America. So he had the pull to get some of these girls to make the decision. And I think firing him will draw a lot of them away from the program and future persons as well, because these things don't look good on the eyes, and I think they have to be careful. As to Mr. What's his name again, the Gensec, he said they are coming to clean up the image of the JFF. Well, things like these kind of
really
go ahead.
Things like these don't really give a positive impact on the JFF based off the performance, because even the news of his contract not being renewed, it actually reached on ESPN. I've never heard ESPN reporting on Jamaican football like they do now. So the fact that it got this amount of mainstream media, it does highlight a point that persons are looking at it like, hey, this man brought you guys to a World Cup. This man brought you guys to a round of 16. But he surplus the requirements.
And
I think that's them. I think that's them. Yeah, go ahead.
We have to put the facts, Remember, the incident, what people remember, I've recorded the incident,
Yeah.
The incident when you had the lady, I forgot her name, but someone
named Miss Walker Brown.
Mr. Walker Brown, some communication.
Incident.
He was the middleman between the girls and Walker and Sidella. So the girls heard Walker Brown allegedly chatting about Mrs. Sidella, and they said they are not going to talk to her. So the coach went to her. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong, people on the platform.
It's exactly how it is.
And the coach went to her and maybe tried to explain to her that the girls them don't want her on the bus, and because this is a team bonding exercise.
Wait there. She was talking about Sidella.
Yes, that's what they said. That's why the girls.
Yes, that is why the girls were adamant that they're not traveling with her.
Hold on, Pastor. All right, I'm going to talk on behalf of all of the listeners. When you talk, just kind of turn down a little bit, because I'm having my earpod a while ago. I'm literally feel my eardrum vibrate a while ago. Please. I beg you.
Siobhan? I did.
Pastor, I want to get to the
still
point.
Too close to your mouth, Pastor. That's why.
Yes, so I want to just get, because I want the listeners them to follow it, So because the guy went to her and told her the situation of the girls, and also told her the ultimatum as well, she believed that he was the one making the decision on behalf of the girls, and which the man come and tell us the girls them say so, So the first intelligent thing to do then, Make me keep my mouth together. Don't go and then confront the girls them. But what she did, she went out and said she don't believe the girl them said so without asking them, you know. She just
Yeah, she
report.
brought it. She
She
brought it
don't
to the
believe
media.
that and say we get fired because she not take the disrespect. If we get fired. So that's what I heard out of her own mouth. Yeah, go ahead, people, panelists.
Yeah, when she brought it to the media, that's one thing I kind of realize a lot. Like a lot of things that can be handled behind closed doors, persons don't tend to do that. They always bring it to the media to try to make a point. And I think that's the
Validation,
reason
sir.
why. And I think that's the reason why she did it. She wanted to make it look like the coach was the one who was against her. And honestly, you can see that wasn't the case, because you can, even with the Reggae Boys, you've heard the Reggae Boys say it before. Whenever they're in camp, it's all good vibes until a representative of the JFF enters the room, in which the JFF, and honestly, the JFF has stayed away to some extent from the Reggae Boys, because they realize that there is some form of conflict there. So I think that's what the coach was trying to say to Mrs. Braska Brown, and she took it away because maybe she feel that she has been with the woman program for years, but I'm assuming she probably don't remember that without without that, then we probably wouldn't have a Reggae Girlz program.
Shamar,
But go ahead, Pastor.
Go ahead, Pastor, and bring back in Juras. Yeah.
the reality of the situation is the girls value Sidella Marley more than the entire JFF administration. That's a given. So when Miss Walker Brown had her conversation with whomever and made disparaging statements in relation to Miss Sidella Marley, the girls are not going to take that. So they drew the line in the sand because them a protect who they know protect them. They refuse to travel with her. The coach, no matter how good Walker Brown is, Walker Brown cannot play for Jamaica. The coach have to protect him team. So the coach did the responsible thing as the coach of the team and went to communicate.
That's where I disagree with your Pastor, but I'll let you finish your point.
Yeah, the coach did the responsible thing and communicated to the JFF officer what the situation was with the team. I don't think any sensible coach could do anything different, because I would rather lose one administrator than lose my squad. I have a competition that I need to participate in and do well in. Walker Brown cannot play for Jamaica by herself, even if she is the greatest. I don't see anything wrong with Mr. Donaldson's. Well, I don't know how he said what he said, but I don't see anything wrong with him doing what he did. Can't speak to how he said it.
But before we make Juras go, Pastor, we are hearing from out of her mouth, you know. She said the man come to her and explain to her, said the girls them don't want her.
Yeah,
correct.
Correct.
So,
but she took a personal issue with him. But she took a personal issue with him rather than with the team. Yes, that is how it came from her.
Yes, go ahead. Chevis, come on, man. You're saying that the coach never wanted any lesbian business and all sort of stuff. Okay, Chevis, and that's what Vin Blaine. But Vin Blaine never played the football either. Vin Blaine, football, me never respect it, big boss. You get me? So it's two different things. And the next one, I think. All right, so Chevis opposed to everything that we're saying. In this, the director, but the director explained what he said. the director explained what he said, you know. So so people go and listen for yourself. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the clip and put it in the Discord as what we always do. You listen for yourself and you decide if he disrespected her. because she's the one regurgitate what he said, So that means she's trying to make him look as bad as possible, But still have the knowledge to know that he could come out and say he never said that and maybe sue her or something. So she had to make it close as possible. So if you take what he said, she said, I don't think he said anything bad.
All right. So what Pastor said, we're not sure how the coach said it, how the coach approached the situation. We don't know if he was respectful, disrespectful when he was saying it. But what
correct.
The only thing
we never did it.
The only thing we do know is what Miss Walker Brown told us, and that's what they always say. There's always three sides to a story. All right. Travis, I saw your comment, but I know you don't really. I know you're not really interested in women's football to that, because I remember your comment. You say you don't care about the Reggae Girlz them. I don't know if it's the reasons why you're mentioning in the chat itself, but as I was saying that, all right, see, if you don't care about the Reggae Girlz, just leave it alone. Because we don't know, as I said, if it wasn't for Sidella, we wouldn't have a Reggae Girlz program. And if it wasn't for the Reggae Girlz, we wouldn't have this great feat over this past summer. So if you want to say that she's a dictator, then whatever. I don't know. I know that she has done great for the Reggae Girlz. The girls have fought for her, so that there must be a reason. All right, the girls, we know that the JFF has not been the best organization, may not have been the best organization. So that's the only thing that we know. We know that
nor do they fully support the girls.
Exactly. We know that Sidella has done a lot, and she has been disrespected. I.e., again, and this image never come out of my head, JD, the 2019 World Cup, when all of the JFF officials, all of the ministers of Jamaica were stuck up inside the stadium, Sidella had to be outside of the stadium looking through a fence. When she was the one who when she did everything to ensure that the girls was there. So I cannot come out now and be disrespectful. I cannot come out and be disrespectful to Sidella. Because on the face of it, she has done so many, to the point where I believe that she is actually the one running the JFF. The other day when there was this big conflict, she was the one who even took up her money again to ensure that the girls were okay. So I cannot come out and be disrespectful.
Coming from the JFF mouth as well, Siobhan, because they are the one told us.
Exactly. Right. So I can't come out now, Travis, and say, yo, she no good. I can't do it. You know me and your friend Travis. I agree on things, I will disagree on things. But I have to disagree with that point that you just made. Because she has done nothing but great for the senior Reggae Girls.
All right, so people fight. One second. People have 140 people on the video, and we have seen 25 likes in 1 hour and 23 minutes. So you see, if this video don't reach 200 likes, that simply means I am not coming back the next day. Yeah, technically, I told you that I'm not going to come back Friday.
You can't tell me that.
Sick for a few days.
I was sick for a few days.
No, but I told you I'm not going to come back Friday.
He actually just told us, Shamar, he actually just told us. Whether or not we will allow him to do it is a different thing, but he told us.
Yes. So I am not coming back. If we don't, it's 200, so it's on 25 likes. And we need 180 likes. One second, let me talk, and let me give them their fair chance. So we have 25 likes on the video at this point after 1 hour and 24 minutes. And I think that is the utmost disrespect. So I need to not come back, but done with YouTube as well. You understand me? Yes. So you see, if this video don't reach 200, that simply means I am not coming back. So I told you the last time, but you guys made it 200. So I couldn't cuss, but I was sick. So technically, I owed you guys a stream. Well, this one is the same thing, 200. Are we not coming back?
Hear me, I say, General. Hear me, I say, because. I badness me, I go push right now. I threaten you, you know. You see when you threaten me not take too lightly to threaten you. So, hear me, I say. Remember, say the internet age we live in here. I want Google search, I want Google search, I'll find what you're doing, All right. So just relax here. You see that tree there behind you? You see that tree there where I swing left and right?
Yeah.
You can go
Yeah.
on Google Earth and find it here.
Yes. Okay. All right.
So
Go on.
just
Go on. You can't. You believe have a tree behind me. Somebody even know. Mr. Revolution said, JD, if you don't come back, we not gonna renew your contract. Oh, but okay. My God, that is so funny. Yeah. So yeah. But Travis, all we are saying is it's looking tough on both sides, and the problem is we can't blame it down to not getting a result against Canada, because I strongly believe that we weren't going to get the result against Canada regardless of what we had, and they themselves made it difficult for it to happen in the first place, because they have complained, the girls have complained and factually complained, because you know why we know it's facts, because the Gensec never denied it. He said they never got the thing on time, right? The bus was late. So he admitted to all of these
The
things.
bus was late more than once, JD. And not just one time the bus late, you know.
Yeah, but me not
And
care
a
how
one
much
time
time,
late.
Pastor, me not care how much time, but him still admit that what they're saying is not a lie. So with that means everything that you have done, you made their job harder to achieve. So on top of them never gonna beat Canada, because if we had known the previous scores before against Canada, we would have been glad to get that little amount from Canada. But I heard from Mr. Spade statements. A person sent me a clip of him talking, and he said, if anytime we're going to beat Canada, this would have been the best time, because they have regressed a little. Or they are in their transition period. His words, right. But he said maybe because the
Both of
coaches
which are
are not
false.
together. So maybe, I just believe, Siobhan, they're overhyping the level of the Jamaican team. I don't think they were evaluating the players properly. And that, with that said, it kind of put some false reading on what the coach is achieving. You get me? So they kind of put down what the coach achieved rather than put it up, because they actually think our team is as good as these teams. So it comes back down to the evaluation of talent yet again, which I think they are severely undermining what the coach has actually achieved with what we have here. We have a good squad, but our squad is nowhere near Canada and nowhere near United States. People go back and look at it. Okay, we're talking about Bonisha being nominated for Ballon d'Or. Well, check how much players Canada ever have and how much time they're always around nomination of the Ballon d'Or. Not just one, everybody. So if that's what we're using, every metric where are you going to use? How much time them beat you, how much them beat you by, where they are the defending champions of the actual Olympics, where everybody that are top teams participate in. So that tells you the level of them. So if that's the standard that you're trying to say that we should achieve, people, we don't know what you're talking about when it comes on to them girls football. We think we're doing things back way, and we severely wrong on what we're doing. I think maybe this is the best coach and we had, and maybe this might just be the best crop of talent we're going to ever have for a long time. You get me? Yeah, that's what I'm
Two
going to
things,
say.
JD. Two things. Right where you finish, the reason the proper player might not improve is based on how they have just treated the coach. One. The next thing is the assessment was flawed simply because Canada had major injury problems, lost some games, and fell down to number 10. People fail to realize that Concacaf have the strongest women teams in the US and Canada. And just the other day, the rest of the world catch up to them. USA and Canada are the dominant force in women football. England and France and the rest of them, and Brazil and the rest of them, catch up to US and Canada. So because Canada lost the games and fell down to number 10, they believe Canada is regressing. No. Their major players that kept them winning were injured and needed to be rotated out. And the fact that the other areas, the Englands and the Spain and the France, have improved significantly. They can beat them with regularity once they don't have their top players. The reality of this is that the Jamaica failed coaches continue to fail in every department of coaching, including their critical analysis of their opponents. There is no way Donaldson could have played Brazil and France other than he played them. If he did open up any at all, we get chopped up and that's way. You have to be able to plan for your opponents, and that is just our reality. We have competent players, but for all of those who like to sing and prop up players' credentials, Trudy Carter and Jody Brown and Den who everybody love, in the system that Donaldson is playing, the moment one other player out of the team drop off and protect them, Jamaica dead. And anybody who watch the football match, them realize that. I saw Kiki Van Zanten come on the field in a game strap up, and she was the only player who control the ball with the ball now bounce off her, where she have to go run it down. What that tell you is that there are levels to this thing, and both Carter and Brown is not up to the level of technical acumen where a Van Zanten is. It just, for the life of me, these guys are coaches, but them literally, me don't know what them look on. Yes, they are girls, they are very well defined, and you are a man, so you're supposed to have certain level of attraction, but you're in a football space, so look on the football and not just the girl.
Well, I'm surprised if you look at the girls them and you don't pick Van Zaten. I am very surprised. So I don't know which level of selection you would have.
I don't know, Jerry. It is baffling me. I cannot see. She controls the ball every single time when all the other players on her team around her, the ball are bounce off of them. So any coaching eye a seer would want her there. The reality of our situation is that we have players that are good, but we do not have players that are better than the other teams, and we don't have great players. So when they come together as a collective, we can eke out some results, which we did against two of the best teams in the world, 5 and 8. Don't minimize what the coach do by setting up irrational expectations. Beating Canada is something when at my heart I wish we did beat Canada. But me no fool Canada, no baby.
All right, look at. Let me show you something. Maybe a lot of people I try to correct. Even fan of mine are correct, because look, even the other day when we were watching the game, and Jamaica scored a good free kick, and I said, yeah, Jamaica scored a good free kick. And people hear me and say, yeah, man, hopefully we can hold on, and hopefully we can try to hold them out for them to score away. You know, it never seems like they must say then, oh JD, it seems like Jamaica can't win, so. Me I say, you know, watch your football. So you tell me, say we have to play that for 25 more minutes, and we end up winning this game unless he's gonna hit the goalpost 15 times. And you know what? He hit the goalpost 2 times, and them still score right after that in a 3 minutes. So them have 7 chances in a 3 minutes. And I'm gonna wonder why me never seem like we're gonna stay, like we're gonna survive. You understand me? Because it's like we saw at the false expectation, as what fan of mine says, give the JFF a hand out to sell that false expectation as well. Go ahead,
Alright,
Shamar.
JD, hold on. So I have to make this pertaining to the chat. Is there a reason why JD gave persons moderators? Because JD cannot always see things. If I see where persons are being disrespectful, persons are sending threats, unnecessarily threats to each other over someone's opinion, I'm going to time you out. And if I see it up more than 3 times, me personally, I'm going to block you from the channel. So if you have a problem with it, if JD have a problem with it, then fine, you can remove the moderator. But I'm not going to sit down here and pretend like, say, yo, sending threats to people is all right. All
Yeah,
right,
but
that is not cool, brother.
why we can't live better, man? Why we can't have why we can't reason on things? Why we have to threaten each other? We don't see the crime and violence in Jamaica. I mean, don't want to do the same people. Pastor,
If you're done,
Pastor, please, Pastor, stop. We don't want to enter it because that's a different show. I beg you.
That's what I just said. That's all I want to say. So,
let me just give some Manning Cup results, Chevron. You too, Chevron. You work with the Manning Cup, and no, you make with this talk about ladies, reggae boys, and no Manning Cup. And then the people man cuss me and say, me not talk about the Manning Cup and the Dacosta Cup. So let me start about the biggest wins this week. We have limited time, people. Get the damn likes up on the video. I'm not gonna tell you again if we don't have 2.
Can we do stats first so we don't spend the whole time on stats?
No, me just ask. Okay, so hold on. So why you try to make up stories?
Me not make up those stories. Me ask a question because stats mash up the place.
Because you not try to think for me and make it look like something I can talk about stats the whole day. Siobhan, honestly, Siobhan.
No, JD, no. Stats deserve a certain amount, so we say make we do them first, so we don't spend the whole time.
But even ask me question, which was the most impressive win? But you wanna know stats the people are gonna say, we not try to bad mind it from early and say me never like you know, give me my flowers. I only say me I put my school because of my school. But anyway, Siobhan, what was the most impressive win for you? All right, and then I go through the wins. You know, yes, and then we talk about stats again.
It has to be the stats performance, to be honest.
Okay.
It has to be the stats performance, to be honest. We know that they're a very strong team. They're a strong unit. When it comes on, they may not have individual brilliance of some other schools, but as a team, you can't put it past them. You can't really put it past them. They played some exceptional football. But we all know last year they played the exceptional football as well. But when they bucked up on the big blue wall, we know how that went.
Shavan, be careful.
So, Shavan,
Excelsior didn't chop up.
Why you couldn't just talk
Be
about
careful.
in the game and then you all gone into your we're gonna talk about your team played, you know. They never played any game. Your academy never played any game at all. So why you have
no man, I had to say that part because I see 2 thumbs them. No, I had to say that part because I see 2 thumbs them like them get arthritis.
To answer that question that you asked, when the results started coming on my phone, because I didn't watch the games, so when the results started coming on my game, I was like, I don't want to see JD on the live, cause this I don't want baby team then chop up, you know. I don't want baby team then chop up, you know. I excel so then chop up, you know. And they chop them up.
If I was not sick, I'm telling you, Pastor, they would have been tired of me. You know that's what's wrong with me, you know.
Yeah, I suspected. That is why I mentioned it first up, so make we get it out of the way.
Chevron, make sure tell them yesterday in every day and say, maybe when make me get sick, but when not gonna make me forget. I am back even for 3 days later, 2 days later. It's not going to stop. So let me go to the results to understand what's going on. Norman Manley, good win. 7-0 over Edith Alton. Big win. All right. St. Catherine 6-0 over Holy Trinity. So St. Catherine proving that, because they had a lot to say when they lost to Mona, saying that a lot of dodgy things happened why they lost that game. But yeah, man, JC escaped last year. I'm telling you, If a goalkeeper never tall, just a little bit taller, we win it. And we should win. We win the
All
money
right,
cup.
hold on, JD. Hold on, JD. But guarantee if you look on the trophy way up at JC right now, you're gonna see mistake on it. All right? I'm gonna say S mistake. I'm gonna say no who taller. The only thing I see on it, 2022 Jamaica College. That's what I
All
see.
right.
Pompidou was a goalkeeper, was not tall.
Damn,
Campos as a goalkeeper was not tall.
All right, so guys, me only have 5 more minutes, you know. Me never know that's the time on fasting. Damn, man. Damn. So people, for the money cup, I have to catch you back, all right? So maybe I will just biasly give stats the next 5 minutes, and then next time we will catch you back, but it's not by intention. It's not my intention to do so. Just accidentally
As I say, last year, when all the polls were running, they had the KC, the Stats, the Mona, and the Great Jamaica College. All of the polls had Jamaica College polling the least out of all of them, even had Mona above us.
No, but me that watch football. No, but Siobhan, you have to be honest to me. Last year, go back and watch my videos, and we always said it was JC and Stats. People said I only put Stats in it because of bias. But I said CC, Stats, JC, and all of them turn up to be exactly what I've said. You saw like funny, but they only put the Stats in it because them say a bad mind other team them, and because my bias because my go Stats. But
JD, you are a product of Stats. So people need to give you the allowance to be biased for your school. No, the KC All Boys don't.
Pastor, I was not being biased. It's what I saw in the football. That's why.
I'm just saying, even if you're being biased, that you should have that right. You're a product of Stats. The KC All Boys.
Your man come last time I tell about him 227 528 system at the wickedest thing, and I said to you, my brother, you're going to get diced up because I saw Camperdown diced you up. It's because the quality is not there to continuously dice you up in the games, and so why you end up winners in that game. But every other sleeping giants will smoke you.
I don't understand why people kill themselves over people being biased towards the institutions that they were a part of. I mean, the KC All Boys don't let anybody else play on the field, and them want to play. They are winners before the game start. True. And they no longer play. So I mean, leave it. Here Siobhan talking about JC, the big blue wall. I mean, people must have their right to do so. I still pride myself on those days when I walk into the University of the West Indies and show them the metrics. I mean, yeah. With little unknown NCU. I mean,
why it have to end with you trying to brag on your own?
No. I'm just saying everybody must be given the right to be biased from being a product of where they are from. Nobody should seek to take away that from anybody. It is not fair.
All right.
You never got attend KC, so you're not supposed to brag about KC. That's your
Yeah, Pastor Siobhan. Yeah, man. So people, Manning Cup. So what I'm going to do for the next show, which is when we get the 200 likes, because if I don't get it, I'm not coming back. But the next one, I will have to start with the Manning Cup and the Dacosta Cup to go through all of them, and then we continue on the program, because I can't be going every week and keep on missing out. So thanks yet again, Siobhan, Pastor, Juras, Jason, Warren, Travis, Rakos. Travis has a cost for no reason. Same the beg likes. And him speak your mind. Yes, Travis, you wanted to speak your mind and nobody holding it back, Travis. Because we speak our mind as well. Yeah, but I always say just don't do the war and the violence and the threatening and stuff, because if a kid watching this, it's not going to be a good reflection as to what we want. So we can ask what we want, Travis, as a human being, because Jamaica by itself right now is one of the most violent places on the planet Earth. So the threatening and them stuff there, if we can't come to an understanding, need to just cut out Travis. That's all. That's what Siobhan says. I think he's not wrong. Travis, we're bridging. Just relax, the man. You can talk your mind, but you not need for bother people because bad enough people are not talking their mind. You know?
We are bridging until you threaten me.
Yes, so give you a final point, Pastor and Siobhan, because remember, me have to go for the kid. Yeah.
All right. My final point is JFF at it again. The same rerun. And this spells trouble for any productive program at all. I pray for the day when we are rid of these men, since we can't get rid of the mentality. And women too, because there's no woman involved.
Yes,
So since we can't get rid of the mentality, I pray the day we get rid of all of them. I'm going to get my pilot license and see if I can book a flight with all of them over the French Alps in winter.
Okay. All right. So when Mona dies up stats, I hope you will still be happy in happy mood. All right, Aldian. All right, let me click that. You see that? So Mona, he just wants one team to dice up my team. Siobhan, give you a point. Let me run out of here because all of a sudden I can't get a win and be happy. It's all right. It's all right. Siobhan.
All right. So yeah, as my final point, I do want to still it's not really regarding football at this point. I'm kind of upset as to what happened. We're all adults. We need to start act like adults. We live in a society where we're not happy with how things are turning out, and if we want the younger generation to change their lifestyle, we have to be the persons who do it. So if you as adults are behaving like the persons that you don't want children to behave like, you're not going to fix anything. So that's all I really want to say. And the big blue wall stand up strong. Don't know. The school up on Spanish Town Road. They're playing well. Last year they played well. But the big blue wall stand up strong. Right,
all right. So people,
yeah, I hear you, sir.
We have not hit 100 likes, so I am done. Pastor, take care of yourself. Everybody will hit the like button and take care of yourself. The rest of the bad-minded people, on the can just come off of the channel as well. Because sometimes we need all of the good-minded people for the channel. And they can't bad-mind stats for too long. Because, as you know,
the bird... bad-mind them, JD.
All right, so I have to go.
I wouldn't mind if stats reach at the finals with the big blue wall again.
No, well, no problem. Best as documentary. Best as documentary. I will sort out all of these problems. I will sort out everything. So everyone on you guys, if you need just like the video, I would not be fighting for likes at the time. You know, I would have paid more attention to the chat. All right, yeah, man. So yeah, this is another banger. We are back, and the stream helped me a little bit. The flu not killing me anymore so much. Still not 100%. But yes, we are back, man. So massive respect, man. Take care, people. Just make sure to stay safe because a beer madness are going on Jamaica. You don't even know much people are gonna die per day. So still to all them bad man away and be very, very safe. Because it's terrible. People, be very safe. And anything you want to see, call the police and tell the police. I am not gonna informing about people. Report anything you have. Not say enough inform. Report it because it might come on the doorstep. Too much people are dying in Jamaica. People fed up and tired right now. Report it, people. Report it. All right? Report it. You know, so no inform. We're not dead if we're not inform. That's all I'm going to tell you. Bye-bye.